Guys, so I need to warn you about two things. I don't know where my mic is because I'm still semi unpacked and the floors are empty, which means that it might have a bit of an echo. So, yeah, a lot going on. So, today, this past week, it has been super rough. I recorded a video, I think a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and I didn't post it. But I realize now that to get into this, you might need to watch the other video to see what happened, but I'll give you a quick summary. So basically, I moved out where I used to live, and the plan was to move into this new place that was super perfect for me. But then there were a bunch of issues. The electricity was cut off. They were not there the day that I needed to move in. They were still painting the room that we discussed, and I thought we finalized the week prior or the week 2 weeks before that. On the day that I was like, it was just a mess. Like, it's like they were not ready to receive a tenant, and I just feel like the pile up caused me to pull out of it. And basically, I asked for my money back, and it's been 2 weeks now since I've requested my money back. It was a total of 12,000 rand, 6,000 for the security deposit, and 6,000 for the rent that I paid on the Saturday. And he said I would get it, I think, on the Wednesday the following day, and now we are going to the third Wednesday without me getting my money back. And it's just been a constant communication where he's just not following through. And after today, I'm just over it. Like, I'm not over it in terms of not wanting my money back, but I'm just over it draining every single ounce of energy that I have. Yesterday I barely could get out of bed, but that's because I've been on, well, I started a round of medication. I was sick last week, which was not great. And because I had like like a runny nose, dry throat, and then that moved to my chest, which is always bad for me because I have a history of lung issues. And so the whole week it's just been coughing and sneezing and all of the above. Like, it was so bad. But I kept faith, in terms of not letting it get to where it got to before. Where it got to before, I lost months of my life, running around, either going to the hospital or going to the lung specialist. I was scared shitless, like, because like my throat really closed up, like it was bad. But this time around, I feel like I have not only faith, but I just have this unwavering belief, which is faith, that everything's just gonna work out because there's just so much riding on this year, to be a year of like greatness for me. Like, I just feel like this is it. This is the year. And it's funny because I watch a lot of Myron Golden, and I watch a lot of like um the like mind work of Joe Dispenza and all of those people. It's not sort of like a tell all. It's not an end all be all type of a thing, but I do find a lot of value in their work. And what Myron Golden likes to say is, once you set your intention, there's a distraction. And I feel like this has been one of those things because I've had distraction after distraction after distraction after I had decided that I'm gonna make this the best year ever. Sometimes I feel like, because I'm fine with a small distraction. Maybe, I don't know, you forgot to pay something, or I don't know, you made a mistake somewhere, whatever. Not full blown, have nowhere to live, have no money, and you have to live in a place that you never thought you would live in, which is my reality right now. This place isn't that bad, but it is bad in terms of an environment that I don't want to be in. It's like, in particular. But I try to look on the positive side to say I have a roof of my over my head, I have food, I have friends, I have family, I have people who love me and are willing to help me out, which is amazing. But it's just, it just takes your breath away sometimes to think that things got so bad that I'm here now. So this past week, my past day, I guess, my mom passed through here, and she bought all the detergents that you could think of to clean this place up, especially the bathroom. I really hated it. Um, and she saved my life because this place smells better now, and it looks better. Like things were just scattered all behind me. She cleaned all that crap up, which I didn't ask her to do, but I think she did because she felt like it represented my mind, because my mind is messed up after this whole thing. And even the person who owes me money, I've just asked my brother to continue communication with him because he just keeps lying and I'm tired of it. And so this is just where we are at the moment. But I just feel like there's just been a lot to overcome, and it has affected every single thing in my life. My work, my business has suffered the most, I think, because I had an order last week, I believe, and because I did not have money, I had to cancel the order itself because I didn't have money to send it to the warehouse. That was really devastating for me. And I also, for example, the tutoring that I was supposed to continue with this year, I had to put a stop to it because I'm now further from my clients. And even though I have a car, I just, what am I gonna, that's what happened in the week. Now I think I'm fine, but it was like, how am I gonna get to my extra classes? I have no money. And it's just strange to think like how everything happened at once, because I think Thursday I finally had a breakdown because I was just like, why, like, do you understand, like you I feel like it was just like, why this, like, I think the sickness also made it 10 times worse because it's just something so out of my control that affects my day to day, you know what I'm saying? So today when I woke up, I told myself that I'm gonna cheer myself up and I'm gonna get everything that I've been basically putting on hold because of the money situation and all of that stuff. And I genuinely do feel much better, and I think that's why I can record this. And I think it's also important for me to document this because this was truly like a bad thing that happened to me, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone, honestly. Another thing to keep in mind is the fact that if you're surviving, Joe Dispenza said this, if you're surviving, you're not creating. And because I've been on survival mode for so long, I haven't made anything new. I haven't learned anything new in the past 2 weeks, except that people are not honest. And that's about it. And that can't be something that you kind of like let into your soul. And I am much more sensitive now to these things because I work with kids, and therefore I try not to bring in too much negativity into my work. And I'm already struggling with discipline because I don't have any children. And so I don't know what parents believe to be a fair amount of discipline that I can, um, impose on their children. So that kind of like finding the middle has been ridiculously hard for me because I do have a troubled or a child that causes trouble at in my class literally every day. And as I'm speaking, I'm realizing that he's 1 out of 26, which means that every time I get angry at him, I ignore 25 other people. So it's either I ignore him, but then he continues abusing other kids or doing stuff to get people's attention, or basically being a basic bully, basically, or I focus on trying to solve that problem. And I've gone through all the legal channels that I can, but it's still not getting resolved. So I don't know how that's going to end up. So, yeah, that's basically what's been going on with me. But I just think that from now on, or the remaining 2 weeks of March, I am not wasting any more of my breath on this situation specifically and anything else related to this, because it's been a time suck, a money suck, and all stuff related to that. Like I feel like even my skin has aged just trying to get my money back from this guy. And I just, it needs to be a thing that's over so that I can get back to the life that I had planned for 2025, because I am super excited about this year. Okay, like, anyway, so luckily this place isn't that bad if you ignore like the obvious things you can't change. um yeah, and my brother's nearby, so he can help me with a few things like bugs and things like that. Ugh. But I just want to get back to creating. Like, I want to get back to my Fiverr profile. I want to get back to my Upwork profile. I want to get back to making money online. All these things that I had planned that I had to like screech, put on hold because some guy has 12K of my money, and that's all the money that I basically had for March. Um, and by that I mean, so if let's say I had moved in there, I was gonna use the remaining money for the rest of my stuff. But because I couldn't move in there, I had to use this money now to look for this accommodation and to move my stuff here as well. That costed me a ton of money. So that's why I did not have discretionary funds. But it happened, and I think we need to build some sort of a bridge to get to the other side. But hopefully, the video after this is about something way more lighthearted, way more about like money or lifestyle or freelancing or something like that. I'm also thinking of getting back into vlogs. I love vlogging these days, but only for short form content like shorts. So I don't know. I bought like a mini stand thing for my car, so I might use that one to just record like videos in the morning, which I love to do. And yeah, maybe get back to that because that's what I love to create. Um, Aside from jokes for my children in the morning, they love to laugh. Not in the morning though, some of them are really grumpy. But hopefully I can turn them into morning people like me. Ding. Anyway, so yeah, but I'm so proud of them and proud of us. I mean, I can't believe I'm about to conclude my first term as a first grade teacher. What the hell? I'm just so excited, and I can't believe this is my life. Like, I can't believe I get to do this job. Um, it's amazing, honestly. Anyway, see you guys soon. Hopefully, it will be under better circumstances. Okay. All right. Bye.